The secret of a leader lies in the test he has faced over the whole course of his life and the habit of action he develops in meeting those tests. I'm the baby of 7, large family. My mom died at an early age. I was 7. So my dad and the house was full, so you had to represent and speak up for yourself. My father was an aviation engineer with Brunswick, smart man. Daddy always set the example of being a leader. And whether it was in the church or his work or the community, and we were blessed to grow up in a small community. And in our town, everybody was involved in something. And I was 4-H in high school. I was vice president of my junior class, my senior class president, and I think that really honed the skills in leadership. I think every individual has leadership in them. Sometimes it just needs to be developed. When I left Virginia, I went to a VOTEC school, DuPage Horticulture School in West Chicago. It was 10.5 months, intensive training, and the business was happening here in Florida. I was in Chicago the winter of '78. It started snowing Thanksgiving Day, and it did not stop snowing until April 1st. Literally fell out of the sky. Well, that'll bring you to Florida really quick. And when you were young, I was 18, like, let's get out of here. I was lucky enough to go to work with Chet Peckett, and he was, I'm lucky to say, very pro-women. And he allowed me to be the general manager of that location and do what was necessary to make the place run. And if the gentleman had a hard time working for a young 18-year-old woman, he said, she's in charge, you know, and she works directly under me, and if there's an issue, sure, well, I'll take it up with her, but you guys do what Nancy says to do. And when I first started out, I was pretty tough, because a young lady being a manager in the business, it was hard. Now, times have changed a good bit, but you had to be hard, but you don't have to lead that way. It doesn't have to be a push. You pull me along, you know, lead me, show me, teach me. And if you lead by example and you're optimistic and you're positive and you're working on the issues, it's the bottom line of leadership. The Florida Nurserymen Growers and Landscape Association was having some difficulty with the division which I am in, the foliage division, felt like they weren't getting their due. And that division broke off and started their own state association, the FFA, the Florida Foliage Association. Chet Peckett allowed me to be very active in the development of that new state organization. But what we have found over the years was it was duplication, and there is power in numbers. So in hindsight, we decided that probably wasn't the best move as a division, and we rejoined the state association and merged the two. But during that time of the Florida Foliage Association, I was able to work my way through being on the board, the secretary, the treasurer, the vice president, and president. And the merger happened shortly after my presidency in that association, and I did the same rally with the FNGLA all the way up the ladder in the chapter, and I served on the state board. And when you're serving and leading and working with folks, you just realize all the issues of what's going on in the industry. And who'd have thought that we just want to grow a pretty plant for profit, and it is chemical, immigration, taxes, water, land use. And if you want to stay in business, you have to be involved. Over the years, you change the way that you lead, and it's growth and development because we're always learning. And in the beginning, it was tougher, harder, pushing, and now I think I'm kinder, gentler, smarter, easier than what it used to be. My leadership philosophy is leading by example. My example is that we perform, that we just keep on going. Every day, we show up. That's what it is. It's a crop, it grows. You got to baby it, it's a nursery. You show up every day. We come in every day and we do it. But we still promote, get involved with the issues, try to educate the local chambers and the councils and whatnot as to what this industry means to the state of Florida, and particularly right here, this county. So I think the example is just being here. Right now, it's really trying times. And it could be real easy in the horticulture segment to get bummed out right now at the moment. So no, we're just going to continue on. We're going to show up every day. We're going to do quality work, and we're going to hang in there because it's going to get better. It's going to get better. And it takes people with a positive attitude and the people with the leadership to make sure that's going to happen.